moving back into this, the real Aaron and starts with an L. Bad with names.
Lillian.
Scar's character, Lillian. Thank you.
Scar's character? Scar is playing Lillian?
Exactly.
It was a plot twist all along.
But you guys
Lily
have
is completely fictional.
walked out of the warehouse as a whole. It's at this point as you guys walk out the main door there. You do see the driver like shoveling shit out of the back of the car, all the wrappers and cups. He's swearing and throwing it all out.
Go to a trash bin. What do you do? This is littering. Like, I know we live in the favelas, but you at least could have taken that somewhere else.
That's not littering. There's no corpses on the ground.
So,
okay.
Scar, Fred, we'll be back sometime later tonight. Bye. And
Okay, yeah. I'm back on the bed. I'm back on the bed just eating.
And as we walk out, I'm gonna look at you and go. Now, you're a pretty big guy.
Yep. I am about 7 feet tall. It's pretty big for most people.
So I'm gonna need you to probably beat Phil up real bad. And
Why?
Well, we need DNA. We also need him to not talk.
Okay, break his jaw. Got it.
But no, not like that, because that's not going to keep him from talking in the ephemeral sense.
You said not to let him talk.
Okay, I misspoke. We need to make it so we need to make it so he doesn't leak information. And I pull out like a fucking ski mask, like the ones that you can kind of roll up and wear as like a hood, or not a hood, a hat.
Yeah, beanie.
Beanie. There we go. Thank you. That was the word I was looking
for. Okay.
So just follow my lead. I'm sure you're used to doing this, but follow my lead and look scary.
Look at me. Do you think I look scary?
Honestly, no. I think that you're a fucking teddy bear, but
well, now I'm a little offended, to be honest.
I guess you're about as terrifying as a sack of potatoes, but I think that's because you don't want to see
terrifying. People. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna punch him.
Oh shit!
All right, draw cards.
All right. Whatever this is.
5 of hearts.
Spades.
Oh.
I don't know what these mean, but hi, here's a card.
So, with that being the case, he won the engagement on that one. So,
okay.
How would you like to proceed?
It's high low, basically.
I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So, when Scar goes to punch me, I'm gonna like ride the punch out, like roll off of it. So Scar feels like they hit me. And I'm gonna go, terrifying. Are we done measuring dicks now? Yours is bigger. I get it.
Well, I'm taller, so.
That has nothing to do with what we just talked about. And I'm gonna start walking towards Phil's house.
All right, I guess I'm following, but I'm gonna follow faster. I'm going to actually outpace him, and the reason why is because he hurt my pride.
He doesn't even know where he's going.
I direct him.
I know where I'm going. He doesn't.
All right, so after about an hour of traversing across the favelas, multiple times of going, no, that left. Your other left.
I'm a dyslexic, I'm sorry. You mean this left? Wait, no, that's right. Sorry. Oops. No, that's the other way.
You arrive at the section of like apartment complexes. I use the term loosely. But they're lined up in a row, doors, railing, lights, swimming yards. Think like a cheap ass fucking motel, but converted into apartment. And you know which one fills in because you've been here previously. And you see the lights still on.
I put the mask on, and I look at Scar, and I.
What?
I just
You got
hand
something?
him a trash bag.
Why are you handing me a trash bag? I'm not going to clean up his apartment.
Your face is very identifiable.
You're handing me a trash bag to put over. Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not going to answer that question for my own safety, but we're going to poke some holes in the trash bag.
Excuse you, sir. I'll have you know I'm very smart. I graduated high school.
Okay. Fair. I'm sorry I made you feel unintelligent. Listen, just put the trash bag on, okay?
I can't put it over my head. If I do, I'll suffocate. Just because I'm an orc doesn't mean that I don't need to breathe.
I poke a hole and just rip it open for the mouth and then for the eyes. And I'm like, there, now you've got a breathing hole.
This is the stupidest plan I've ever had. Puts it over his head.
So, to set the visual on this, y'all are standing just away from these apartments a little distance, off in a little alleyway. You've got a baklava pulled down over your head, standing there with your deck strapped to your arm, you know what I mean, for hacking. And you've got the 7-foot-tall orc with an extra set of mechanical metal arms, shiny as fuck, with a trash bag on their head. And
It's a white trash bag,
a
so it doesn't match
cyberpunk
anything.
street sweeper in hand.
All right, let's do this. Let's take him out.
About 20% less enthusiasm, please.
What? You told me that you needed my help. I'm here to help. You don't want me to be enthusiastic about it. I'll go back home.
No, I just don't want you to shoot my friend. Remember, this guy. I like this guy.
You like this guy, yet you're telling me to beat his face in. Do you understand that that's not a healthy relationship? You should go see a therapist.
I know. I live in capitalism.
So do I. Do I cave my friends' faces in? No.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I do not. Those are not my friends. Those are people who pretend to be my friends. You see, there's an important distinction between what's actually a friend and
well,
what
we're gonna
isn't.
go up in the elevator and have this conversation. And then the elevator goes up. You're still talking to me about whatever it was you're
He's
talking
going
about.
on between about the difference between a good friend and a bad friend, and how you need to go see a therapist about your relationships because clearly you have a lot of issues, and it's okay. Everyone has issues, but you should go see somebody.
Game
Really
face.
should be a therapist.
Game face. And I go over to Phil's door and I knock on it.
Oh. Yeah. Who is it?
The mafia?
I look at him.
I said it quietly. You said less enthusiasm.
What was the name of the family again? Real quick.
The M
That would have
family?
been a very good thing to write down.
The
We'll call it the M family.
The Marcuzzi?
The Marcuzzi's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The McCarthy family? What?
Marcuzzi.
Marcuzzi was the name of the super family that we're robbing from.
We're representatives of your employers.
Here. Actually, give me perception rolls, Lillian and Aaron.
Okay. Where did my dice? There it is. That's going to be a 16.
All right.
I got an 11.
Okay. So with the
11.
16, you definitely hear from inside the room. Shit. and some like shuffling and
Knock
stuff
the door
getting.
open. I
What?
looked. I
Doesn't seem too happy.
I look to you and I say, "Knock the door open."
All right, he's gonna knock the door open.
All right, go ahead and just
Kick
make a
it in.
strength check.
All right. That is going to be a unnatural 20.
Okay, so you say knock the door open, and without looking at you, without turning, you see one of the mechanical arms just go and cave the metal inward.
Hello,
It's open.
how's your day?
I step in. I pull out my 9mm and I go, "Mr. Tilbert, please take a seat on the couch."
As he's sitting there, like in front of a dresser drawer that's now open, he's got a bag beneath it, half filled with clothes and money. He goes, "Right, sorry." Goes over, sits down on the bed.
Gorilla, close the door, please.
I'm
He's
sorry.
referring to you as a code name, not
no.
insulting you.
Oh,
You,
yeah,
you don't
he
have to
knows.
explain. You don't have to explain to Lillian. You have to explain that to Scar.
Yeah, you have to explain it. I know what you're doing. Scar does not. He just hears gorilla and thinks, "The fuck did you just call me?"
Your name.
Sorry, the
For
fuck
this-
did you just call me?
Your name for this op. Gorilla.
We did not agree to this name, but all right. I will go close the door, but I'm going to call you Monkey from now on. How does that feel? He goes and
Absolutely fine.
Mr.
Mr. Tilber.
Fine. Jerk.
I'm coming to you with an opportunity.
Okay.
I look in the bag he was packing. How much money is there?
Rough estimate based on the number of cred chips you do see in there, 2-3 million.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
And I go, well, it seems that you've been stealing from us.
I
Can I
mean,
punch his face now?
really is such a strong word. What are you doing?
He said, "Can I punch his face now?"
Hold on, Gorilla. Let's give him a second to be honest. Now, if you're honest, I promise you, half of this will go to your daughter.
Right. To be completely honest with you, yes, I've been stealing from the bank. Not from the family, mind you, just some other individuals there.
You do realize that compromises the entire security of our operation.
Well, no, because technically it's not compromising it if it's turned off.
Well, this
That's
is all great,
compromise.
and I take my baklava off. Hey, Phil.
Jesus Christ!
I'm
Hey,
going
what
to
the
take
fuck,
our masks off now. All right. Hi.
Holy shit! This is so much worse.
It's not that bad. I put some makeup on today.
All right, so my bad. I thought you were loyal to your
Oh
guys.
no, they're dicks. I just want money.
Cool. So I'm not gonna touch your money. I just needed to make sure that you were on the down and down, not the up and up.
It works, I guess. Sure, yeah.
Anyways,
Never tricks it.
I got a job coming up.
Okay. I like jobs.
You-
I'll pay money.
Yeah. You help us with this. I'll help get you and your daughter a ride out of here, because if I came here and I found this, there is no way in hell that the family isn't at least egging on to what you're going through.
Well, I mean, I did pick people they didn't like.
Do you still want me to punch his face in?
No,
Wait, what?
It was an option that I was gonna take if things had to go that way. You get it,
The
right?
fuck, Warren?
You need to get a better friend, Phil. I'm telling you that now.
Like, seriously, I'm seriously considering that at this moment.
I
Jesus, Warren.
didn't want to. Okay.
Yeah,
It
you
was-
did. You got the
No.
mask and everything. That's why you were like, "Come take a walk with me." You didn't pick one of the other guys.
I told you, man.
Yes,
you
because
you
you're the
really
scariest
need to seek
person.
some therapy, okay? Gee.
I understand. I'm sorry. I'm really upset right now that someone decided to make me pay for my own fucking name.
Oh, it's that shit
Give you an
again?
excuse. You know, we should talk about the fact that you keep trying to take care of your issues by hurting other people. That is a really big problem and a symptom of some serious trauma that you need to
I
go through.
bite the barrel of the gun on the side, just like.
Easy,
You
man.
know,
I
I
don't have
know
death.
you're frustrated. I understand, but you really need to really evaluate your internal turmoil right now.
So you need help with a job. I'm assuming it has to do with the bank.
Yeah. All I need is the ability to walk through 1 out of 4 of the DNA scanners, the one that's passive.
Oh, I've turned that shit off weeks ago. I can't get back there with that on.
And they
Good
don't
job.
wait, they don't check to make sure that's on?
They're all idiots, apparently.
Well, I mean, I did rewire the switch. I kind of misled you. I'm not an engineer. I'm on electrical. I run all the wiring for the bank.
And see, and now you're wondering why I wanted to punch you in the face. You're
Well,
lying.
we all
Not
embellish our
helping
jobs a little
wage
bit. You know, janitor becomes sanitation specialist, and we all make it sound good. All right.
You know, he's got a point. He's got a point. I don't go around saying that I'm a Never mind.
They both have, like,
Say that out loud.
So that one's switched off.
it is. The other two are the other three are still technically active.
Do you have current credentials for this?
Not at the moment. There's no new wiring going in that section of the building.
Okay.
Based on what you're telling me, I'm assuming you need to get to sub-basement 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to have one at the elevator shaft. You're going to have one when you exit the main security desk. Then you'll have one more at the main hallway, and then one more into the maintenance. The maintenance is the one that's actually passive. But,
Okay.
like I said, I turned it off. So our security knows it's still on and functioning as intended, but it doesn't.
Cool. Do you have passwords for anyone you don't like?
I mean, no, I don't really talk to those uppity ups, man.
Okay, that's fair. Then in the morning when you go in for your job, I give him like a bug, something that'll help me network in. Make sure that finds its way somewhere.
I mean, I'm not really good at this weird thing, man, but I can plug it into a computer.
That's it. That's all I need.
Okay. I can plug it into a computer.
Cool.
That's great because we live in a pretty computer-based world, so there's a lot of options.
Sorry about the door. Again, thought this was gonna be a whole different.
Let me go put it back on
Thing.
for you. And he goes over and he's like trying to hook
The
it back on.
concave door is just like
Can't because it's like this right now. But she kind of like sets it there and he goes, "Well, now you got a window."
I give him a meeting spot that has nothing to do with any of our current locations for tomorrow night at like 12 o'clock near a dock. I'm like, meet me here. We'll figure out details. Okay.
well, the reason why there's so much there is we're leaving.
Like tonight?
I mean, yeah, I don't want them to. I don't want to be here like too late tomorrow.
Oh, it's a good idea, honestly.
I mean, I got passage. I got a friend now at the docks who's going to get us out.
All right. And I mean, I appreciate the info and the helpful.
I'll go in. I got to do a overnight check on some subsystems for the electrical grid at the bank. So I'll just hook it in then, and then I'll shoot you a message once I'm out.
Appreciate you. And let me know if she needs anything else. All right.
Oh, well, you told me next time I see you to say hi. So.
Appreciate you. Well, I'm gonna pretend like I'm leaving the same way that I came in now. So
There's a door in your way now, so
There's a window in your way.
you're right. It's a window. You might want to step over a little bit.
Definitely not getting my security deposit back.
It's all right. A security deposit is just a fictional thing. I don't believe in them. It's like the Earth being round. It's not a thing.
Warren, you have some
I just go out the balcony and I just grappling hook off. Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck?
I'm just gonna hop over the door, but accidentally create a hole in the wall as he does so because he's 7 feet tall. So he's like, "Oh, oops, sorry, made a mess."
Wait a minute, I don't care. I'm leaving. Fuck it.
Why is this stressing me out?
Have a good day, Phil. Also, try not to get your
You
face
too.
in at work, okay? Okay.
Oh, I won't. You have a good one too.
I will.
Gorilla. Bye. You leave Phil looking very confused, but slightly like, the fuck just happened here? He's relieved, but
As far as what happened.
the fuck just happened here?
Yeah. I walk back to the office.
All right.
I also walk back to the office, but I get lost most of the way, and so it takes me about twice as long to get back to the office.
I keep texting directions, but I keep forgetting they're dyslexic.
Oh, it says left. There's a fork in the road.
My
Wait, no.
left or his left?
Which left?
I would say
left.
you get back, and about 40 minutes later, you finally just send GPS pin markers down the path.
Oh,
the
okay.
phone.
Now I know where I'm going. Kind of. Wait, no.
About 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, Gar shows back up. Meanwhile, Rima, Solo, what are you up to at the warehouse?
So what? I would have found a corner to change in because there's obviously this is a big warehouse room, so I would try to be shy about it, but I would change into the suit and then I would kind of do some practice like parkour stuff. That way I make sure that I can move okay in the suit.
Let's see how well you do. Throw me an acrobatics roll.
Yeah, okay. That's a 2.
All right, so you go for the first flip, and you forgot to pop the Velcro. So the stabilizers didn't launch you like it normally would. So you ended up landing on your back. But after getting some of the adjustments in and popping them, with your thumbs quickly, you're able to get the stabilizers out and actually do what you need to do as per normal.
God, I can't even move in this thing.
So, from Freddy's perspective, dude walks over to the corner, changes into the suit, runs at the wall, jumps off of it, lands on his back, rolls up, and does it again, popping the things open so the stabilizers can fire as he backflips off the wall.
And then he lands on his back.
And then he lands on his feet the second time.
What are you doing? I'm eating a burger from that pile.
Well, I gotta like moving's my thing. I gotta know that I can move in what I'm wearing.
We're walking into a bank and walking out of it. What makes you think you're gonna need to move this much?
You think that if it was that easy, they would have strapped a bomb to my wrist?
I think they know you can do this circus act, and it's much easier to blow you up than to chase down a prancing monkey through a favela neighborhood. So, my thoughts.
I'm generally gonna be like, oh, I never really thought of that. Like,
like you have other uses. Blake lined out that what you're here for, but your jumpity boppity is much more of a liability than an asset to this operation at this point.
I'm just gonna go sit on a cot and shamefully eat one of the caffeine
like,
sticks.
Fry.
Never touch this stuff.
Who doesn't like potato? Gosh,
A psychopath.
apparently.
That's why he has the poem.
I don't drink water. Fish, fucking it.
I hope no one's screwing in a potato. That would be terrible.
I have been spending this time
right.
before I noticed Jax doing all of his cartwheel stuff to like check out his mobility. I've just been going over in my head like, do I know anyone at this bank? Do I know any of the tellers, the manager, anything like that? Just to, it's like line
As
a pocket
you're
here.
ruminating on your contact list and kind of thumbing through it as you're eating your burger.
I'm in my mind palace.
4 names kind of strike you as potential.
Mm-hmm.
One, you have no getaway at the moment. So you know a driver who's actually pretty decent, owns a taxi, outright with a up-to-date medallion and everything else like that. So he's on legit level, but is also not above making an extra buck.
Well, super clean driver means super clean getaway. Don't need a warrant for tailgating to throw this whole thing into a fucking farce.
True. Secondary to that, you do know a scrubber who specializes in maskings for security surveillance, as well as basically being able to crack systems and scrub data out of them, so that those individuals are basically photoshopped out of whatever scene they were in those.
So no concern with the live footing. It'll be cleaned up in post.
But he would be expensive. That's the downside. He doesn't get out of bed for less than 10 grand.
Easy, but half now, half later. I have the money to spare.
So, the third person is actually someone you've relied on previously as a contingency because you were working with people you didn't know. Their specialty is problem removal of the violent nature.
Well, so we could have 2 orcs on this job, actually. This
And then
four-armed one doesn't exactly follow orders too well.
the last one is actually a legitimate business that you do have contacts with and have used previously to deliver confidential information. They're security runners, is what they're referred to as. They are the uppity-ups, body armored up, augmented to hell, can clear one side of the favela to the other.
High-profile
through a gang
security.
war.
High-profile security, usually reserved for CEOs, but they take work wherever work is.
Yeah. Consistently would be equivalent to like a PMC.
And these are just options that I'm weighing between high-level security, a scrubber, another batch of muscle, and what was the first one?
The ride.
The ride. Oh, the ride's clean and clear. Nah, ride's clean and clear. Scrubber, easy necessity. The taxi driver is just perfectly fine for a fare and cash later. And then the high security. If we need a major distraction, I guess they usually like cleaning things up or providing order, but might need a fire here or there just to actually throw off any focus by the regular authorities. So anyone and no known contacts or any historical dates with any of the tellers or anyone that works at this bank. Is the bank manned or is it an unmanned kind of bank more?
It's got a lot of automation to it. There are a few individuals that work within it. However, being familiar with that scene a little bit, you would know that their personal life is not personal. Like every aspect of their life is scrubbed, monitored, and checked.
Right.
And particularly when operating with a family, there are no secrets at all. So that being the case, you kind of tended to avoid that to stay off the family's radar.
Yep. Don't date where you want to work. Alrighty.
Don't dunk your pen in company ink.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you have it clean and clear. Should be able to actually get the scrubbing out. Got the getaway driver. Got the backup singular because it's double muscle. Maybe either an army that can actually cause a little bit of gang warfare, some faux gang warfare, if I get them the right text, and then a nice good batch of muscle. He might be overkill, but we'll see how Scar is. I know he's good at writing and manning doors, managing drunks, but this could get way worse with the Marcuses.
In this moment, Jax, you hear all that.
Because I'm talking out loud to myself with
Yeah.
theatrics and everything. It's like drawing things in the air. It's like, do I sense that Jax is watching me?
Like an insane person.
I mean, Jax, are you like ogling him from the corner? Or are you still practicing?
No, I'm sitting on a cot eating
the
caffeine.
caffeine stick. Okay.
I'm just like,
Yeah, he kind of psychotically rambles to himself.
I keep trying to like interject in the, and then well, that's a good.
I pause.
He's just like in his own world, you know.
I pause for a moment. This is normal, by the way. And that's
No.
for me. Like, how do you think I actually managed to keep alive in this hellhole of a city? Goodness.
I think he went to the asylum.
Oh, I got out of the asylum. Mostly because
Legally, or did you break out?
no, they had horrible bread. I needed a shutdown, so I got them basically cornered on health policy.
Subpar potatoes.
The
Yeah.
worst crime imaginable.
Yeah,
The potatoes that you won't even touch?
it's playing
I'm
identity.
driving later.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
All right,
And
so you have potential contacts that you can call and
Mhm.
try to get some information from or get aid from.
Yep.
That's kind of the information you have at the moment. I'll give you a minute with that to kind of figure out what you would like to do there. In
Yeah.
the meantime, I would say after a couple hours of going through the contact list, practicing your parkour and stuff like that, first Warren shows back up, and after a few moments, you see him, about 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes or so, you see him start typing onto the deck that's on his arm, and just all of a sudden, Scar comes in. Finally, kind of moment.
I made it! Hi, guys.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah,
I would
Scar-
Proud of you.
I got lost for a little bit, but I found my way.
No one
How'd it
asked.
go?
I look at him like, wow, what the fuck?
Sorry, I'm working.
He's been doing this for the better half of an hour.
The best laid plans mean the least problems, Jax. You should know that with all of the running and jumping you've done.
That's literally not the saying.
I just make it up as I go.
That's then
I look at Jax like, and you're alive?
I'm very good.
Are you, though?
No,
I mean,
he is.
comparatively, I'm alive.
I'm texting in the
now.
corner for the taxi.
I'm proud of you for being alive.
Me too.
Yeah, see, this is a healthy,
I'd like
positive
to
thing.
stay
You
that
should
way.
Take notes on him.
I'm just gonna what? Like they're obviously referencing that previous conversation, so I'm just gonna be like, what did you guys do?
Yeah, where were you guys actually?
I didn't get
Nothing
to
and
see
nowhere.
him.
Shut up.
We went to go see Phil, and I didn't get to punch anything.
Oh my god, you just can't keep a secret, can you? Like,
I look at Warren. Who's Phil?
friend of mine.
Phil is a friend
my
that
inn.
shouldn't be his friend.
Oh my god, shut.
It
Up.
seems like he's
you
got some
gonna do about
deep-seated
it, Robin?
issues that he
I'm
needs to
7
work
feet
out.
tall. You want to try to hit me? It's not gonna work.
Fair
I
point.
don't need to hit you. I just need to fuck with the arms on your back.
You're not. No, you don't
I can make them tear you apart.
Then I'll just take them off.
With
be
what
like
arms
that.
after I tear them off? With your arms.
These arms.
No,
You
you're
think
not gonna have.
strength is only in the
Oh my god, you're
mechanics?
so dumb. I
don't
can't
rely on
threaten you.
mechanics.
He makes you look sane. I'm not pointing at
I go to
Fredrico.
I go to Jax. $50 as the orc rips himself apart.
I think the orcs got it.
All right, that's 50.
Rip all of you apart before you rip. But before. Wait. Hold on, guys. I have a hard time with this.
Muffs.
You're going to die, alright? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? It's a threat. It's what I
Okay,
got.
All right. So what's the plan? Obviously, we can get in fine. What else?
Mister, I don't go for plans.
Well, you guys want to plan. You seem to do better on plans. I'm just gonna, if
Are you a
things
little
get too
nervous?
dicey, I'm just gonna run.
Okay, calm. Take a breath. Alright, we're going to do some breathing exercises. Breathe in a little bit. Hold
I
it
whisper.
for 5 seconds. And
There's
you'll
like
be okay.
4 empty caffeine stick wrappers on the ground.
I whisper into his ear, "You
That's not
can't
healthy.
outrun yourself."
You're not helping, I'm trying to help our friend here. He's got some issues, Yeah,
No, I told him a legitimate piece of advice that I read in the therapy book that I downloaded like 5 minutes ago because you said I needed so much fucking therapy. Look, see, chapter 1, page 3. You can't outrun yourself. You're the problem.
You gotta be like calm about it. The way you said it sounded like it's a threat, like you can't.
I was
outrun
really
yourself.
calm.
Are you? Well, I mean, you were calm, but what you nice about? You need to be nice, This is our friend, and I'm gonna pat him on the head. This is our friend. we don't hurt
anyways.
our friends.
The
Otherwise,
job.
I'd hurt you already.
You guys figure out the plan. I'm just gonna go flip out in the corner, and then I'm gonna go do flips in the corner.
Go
literally.
do a few
okay.
laps.
So,
Warren, let's talk. Scar,
What I was
enjoy
able
the
to
rest of the
figure
McDonald's. Enjoy the rest of the burgers, would you?
McDowell's.
what I was able to figure out, Bill has been stealing from the family for months,
How much?
or at least the bank.
How much?
I'm not going to tell you that for free.
23, 24, 25.
Anyways,
It's breaking my
Got the
concentration,
lady
Sean.
over the corner, just clapping, hopping.
the monkey.
Got it.
It doesn't matter. Just
Ninja Turtles reference, yeah.
just general curiosity, Warren. So he's been stealing from the fam. So does he have a way for us to actually get this job done quite easily?
No, but he has a way to help me with my job, and he will.
Okay. Because I've got us a ride and I've got security probably under wraps. Do we need any muscle in an army or in another individual from it? Like Scar seems pretty tough, just a little ornery.
And
I'm
dense.
not ornery.
You can't hear this right now, Scar. Back to your burgers.
I guess I'm hearing things again. Don't worry about that.
Again? Anyway.
Like I said, best thing that we can do is get me a distraction.
Okay, what kind of distraction are you looking for? Because we have maintenance outfits for, because we had 2 suits and then 2 maintenance outfits. The maintenance outfits are between you, Warren, and I, and then the suits were for Scar and for Jax.
Yeah, I'm talking about in case something goes wrong. So if something does go wrong, I'm going to need probably about 15 minutes to work through all of their backup security and then get us where we need to be. Once I get that chip out of there, though, we need to get it into Jack's head as quick as we can, because usually those chips are bio-locked and they need to be kept at a very specific set of temperature. Anything outside of the range of 98.1 by more than 0.5 degrees up or down, that chip starts failing.
We have access to the vault from the corner.
What do you mean by we have access to the vault?
I'm going to hold up the slip of paper with the safety box number. Yeah, they gave me the safety box information and the passcode.
Well, that's
What the
nice.
fuck?
We're walking in the front door.
Wait, so you're gonna be in the vault with? Okay. Well, that sounds like Jack should be able to just get the chip out of the security box and go from there. Like, are we gonna run interference, like throwing trash outside?
Pause real quick. Chris, am I missing something?
No, you're entirely correct. He can get into the vault itself. He can't get access to the other boxes.
Oh,
He'll be given
okay.
unique access to one box per the order. It's figuring out how to get into the other box is sort of like
Got
the
it.
issue.
So yeah, he can get into the vault. We need to give him access to the other box. So basically, this all has to happen within a minute of each other.
Mhm.
And if any alarms go off, basically he's fucked. You're doing great, buddy. And he's gonna
What?
He's gonna nothing. Don't worry about it. You're flipping out. Okay. If the alarms go off, he's gonna be trapped in that room until he starves or explodes to death, or they shoot him, which is also kind of like
That heart rate drop all of a sudden will probably explode that bank.
which is not great for us because then we don't get what we want. But the plus side is we probably won't be around him at that time.
So what are
Did you guys
So-
consider how big the bomb was, though?
He's at about 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I
what?
thought I was imagining it much
We're-
bigger than that. I was thinking
Okay.
it was going to take out a block.
I think group hug distance.
Oh, okay, okay.
So here's what I've got figured out with my contacts. I've got ourselves a driver, very clean taxi driver, ready to pick us up. We just need to give him a location. I've got security cameras pretty much covered from another guy. He should be able to at least get that just wiped, if not edited, so they cannot pull out any identification on us. The eyewitnesses would have to be like very sharp on at least who's in the bank. What I'm not clear about right now is what are you and I doing? Because we have the outfits for like maintenance or doing like trash work or janitor work, but
I'm assuming that you're supporting me while I do the actual work.
we gotta go around. We just gotta be on the roof of the bank.
No, we're going into the basement.
Okay, that just point of clarity.
But again, if something goes wrong, we're probably going to need Scar to cause issues loudly.
Would we like a second Scar
I mean, no,
that talks less?
maybe.
I have a guy that does one that can go solo with them as well. Give them some extra help, or give us some extra.
Keep him on call.
Okay, alrighty. Then then clean and clear. I'll keep eyes while you do your work, and we can roll from there.
All right, I'm gonna get some shut eye, and I go onto my cot and I just ignore anyone's attempt to try and talk to me at that point because I need to sleep.
I go around looking for caffeine sticks because I'm just like, where the fuck?
Huh?
He ate all of them?
I'm going to go talk to our caffeinated friend.
All right.
Okay. I'll stop.
But, buddy,
flipping out.
are you okay? Are you okay? What's going on?
This just isn't my normal standard job. It's usually not so high profile. It's moving information from one point to another. It's running numbers from one spot to another, like literally running numbers, disappearing into the infrastructure. That I'm good at that stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. Take a breath. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, all right?
He's gonna make the breathing exercises.
Yeah, all right. It's going to be okay. You see, we're a pretty good group, I think. I don't know. A few of them seem to be a little slow, but we'll be okay.
For being the planny type brain people, you're the most like level-headed of all of us, I think.
I don't know how that happened, but apparently so. I'm not usually super level-headed. I'm usually taller than everybody else, so that
He's just gonna like.
head
Yep.
is in the clouds a lot. But it's going to be okay. We're going to figure out a way to take care of this problem, be taken care of, and I'm not going to let you blow up. If it comes to it, I'll remove your hand.
Okay.
Well, would you
So
rather have a
reassuring.
missing hand or be blown up? If I were you, I'd pick the missing hand. You know, there's a lot of augmented parts that you can get now, so it won't be that bad.
I'd rather us not do either of those options, but
I agree, but you know, things happen. I'm just trying to make sure that you're aware of the possibility that it could happen, because I would much rather have you be alive than dead, if in my personal.
why would you tell me this?
Because you need to be aware of the situation.
Stop helping.
Am I not helping very well?
He's like more nervous now than like he was because now he's considering the alternative possibilities.
Okay, well, here's the thing. That is worst case scenario. That is like everything goes horribly wrong, alright? It's likely not going to go horribly wrong. We're going to do great. We'll be able to infiltrate and everything will be fine. I'm sure everything is going to be okay. You just need to take a breath and stop hyping yourself up on caffeine. That's what can trigger an anxiety attack, and we don't want that today.
I don't have anxiety. You have anxiety.
I think you have anxiety, and you need to take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. You should
he's gonna
probably
point
see a
at the-
doctor about that.
He's
What?
gonna point at the shotgun and say, like, I don't know if they're gonna let you take that in a bank.
It's okay. I'm going to hide it.
I'm like, I believe you.
I'm going to hide it. It won't be an issue. And if anyone starts to try to get help, I'll just make sure that they can't get help. As simple as that. Just take them out before they can cause problems. That's what I'm good at. And you're my buddy, so I'm not going to let anyone cause problems for you, alright?
Well, I sure appreciate that. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Now, stop taking all that caffeine. You need to get some serious sleep. I recommend go getting a hot shower. I believe there's a hotel down the way. And,
If I leave this place, I'm going to blow up.
oh, I forgot. Well then, here, there's some boxes over there. Why
Can I
don't you
notice
lay
this
down?
anxiety attack in the corner?
Why don't you go lay down for a little bit?
Okay, I'm just gonna go squat behind a box and just like rock back and forth.
No, you need to lay down. Just breathe, all right? Just breathe.
Hello.
In and out.
Scar, leave them out alone. Let's get some shut-eye. Let's go to bed. We got work in a few hours.
Fine. He's gonna go to bed.
Alright. So, I'd say you guys get a little bit of sleep, and about 30 minutes before 7 a.m., you hear a horn blare outside.
Why?
Oh, it's the car.
5 more
All right.
minutes.
Time to work,
Wow.
boys. Let's go.
Fine. Usually
I don't
have
think
night shift.
I don't feel like Jax would have slept very much. So when they wake up, he's like standing over like where the cots are, like not menacingly or anything like that. Be like
Mania.
talking.
I grab the rest of the caffeine sticks and I shove them in his mouth. Let's go, Jax.
I'm about to say like you talk in your sleep.
I know I talk in my sleep. Let's get going.
Alright. So, you guys basically make your way up there, and correct me if I'm wrong in this situation at the moment. You've gotten Phil's aid. As far as I'm aware of, Freddy has made no calls to his contacts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just make sure I was clear on that one. So, Warren, you get a message from Freddy. It's probably about 4 hours after you had left his place, but roughly it's been about 2 or 3 hours since the message has arrived while you were sleeping. It says device was installed. Not sure what you got access to. It was an electrical maintenance computer, so you might at best have access to the electrical grid.
Okay, so Phil.
Yeah, Phil
Kind
messaged.
thing. Okay. I check what my computer is in contact with.
So, at the moment, you're out of range because basically your bug would have to be on a self-contained network.
Right.
But you're out of the range of your bug currently. But it is registering as online.
Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna hand the piece of paper to him and say, I don't know if this is gonna help, but this is the paper they gave me about the box information that I had access to.
It might. And I take it and I lick it and stamp it on the laptop.
All right.
Yep.
So, driver looks at you guys and goes, "Figured you might be hungry." Tosses each like a breakfast sandwich type thing.
Let's
Are
go.
you guys gonna change? Ask. Like,
I didn't think about that.
I have.
I'm gonna
I was
change,
like,
and he just starts to change right now.
I'm gonna turn around. Like, oh my.
I'm like, what are you freaking out about? I'm like already naked, putting the maintenance outfit on.
I changed before we left.
Think happy
In our
thoughts. Look
culture,
at the
this is
wall. Think
completely
happy
normal.
thoughts.
So, you guys have changed the tire,
Mm.
gotten into your outfits and stuff like that for this endeavor. I'm gonna see if. Okay. So, you guys have about 30 minutes to like scarf down a breakfast sandwich, get changed, load up. Driver looks at you guys and goes, "Well, I'm to be taking you to the bank. After I drop you off at the entrance, I am to leave. So, it's been a pleasure being of service. I hope that you will use our services again in the future."
Thank you, sir, for your lovely driving. Thank you for breakfast, by the way. We were out of caffeine sticks because, well, someone might be a very big fan of them.
You're addicted.
I know I am. Thank you, Jax.
So, he loads up, holds open the door for you guys so you guys can all get in. Once you're in, he shuts the door, goes around, starts up the car, and gets it moving. Ride's relatively uneventful, like going through the checkpoints, getting up to the next tiers, taking up the main shafts, to the upper echelons, to getting towards the banking district and stuff like that. Goes off without a hitch. There's no issues the whole way. Like, car gets scanned, no issue. Which is odd considering there's a fully automatic shotgun that's modded to hell. So that should not be happening, but it is. Beyond that, no
when
issues
that
going
happens, hold on. When that happens, and I notice that there's no issue with the shotgun, I immediately start going into the system, trying to figuring out why the fuck we didn't get at least.
up. Give me a computer check with advantage.
And we're like outside watching them walk in. So, like,
Well, no, you're not at the bank yet. You're
Not at the
in
bank.
transit to the bank.
so we're in transit, and even carrying around the weapon has raised no eyeballs or any questions from anyone about anything, right?
17.
Well, you're in transit in the vehicle, but it goes through checkpoints and scans and stuff like that, and it has not triggered anything.
Because we're going to a higher level on the city, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
with the 17, you start looking through the subsystems in the car and the software aspect of the actual vehicle itself, and you start to realize there are blackout protocols, similar to what you've seen on special forces dossiers and things of that nature, to basically jam signals, reverse scanners, everything else like that. These scanners are registering absolutely nothing at the moment of this vehicle.
Okay, so this vehicle's just stacked with
To the nth degree.
Got it. Okay. I let a sigh of relief out, and I'm like, okay, I'm paranoid.
So,
Calm down, Warren. We were in good hands.
it takes about 35 minutes for you guys to traverse the layers and get to the actual banking district. The car pulls up in front of the bank itself. Taking very architecturally from like ancient Greece and the Romans and stuff of that nature. So it's got these very like intricately carved and shaped pillars that intertwine with each other and connect to the top. Very imposing. Made to look like it's marble, but it's not. It's synthetic. But very gaudy in a way. Especially considering where you guys all kind of hail from. But you guys arrive without issue. Car comes to a stop. The window cracks to about 2/3 of the way up. Leaving a space to talk, and he goes, "We've arrived at our destination. Again, thank you for choosing our services, and please, if you find need of our services in the future, do call on us again. And best of luck."
Okay, so now are we in front of the bank?
Yeah.
Scar, I
Okay.
guess this is us, buddy.
All right, let's do this.
And I look to Warren, or not Warren, to Fred, and I go, "All right, we're going around the back."
All right, lead on. Let's go.
All right.
I'll exit the car.
So for sequence of events, we'll start with the in-house team. So Jax, Scar, you guys approach the main front doors. There's a doorman that's standing there, as well as a security guard, armed out in tactical 9 gear. Scar, you would recognize this stuff from your enforcer timeframes and things like that. Some of the other gangs do have this type of tactical equipment they've stolen from military transports. It can basically take basically just short of an RPG. So they are armed and armored to the nines.
Okay,
Um,
just don't piss them off. Got it.
well, you're pretty sure your modified shotgun with its slugs could probably breach it.
Still. All right.
I mean, might take 2 or 3 shots, but you'll get through.
Okay. All right. Just keep a low profile. Everything's going great. We're doing great.
So I have to ask at this moment, how are you concealing the shotgun?
He has it in so there's actually a compartment in his arm that he has actually kind of put it into. So his arm is like placed like this and he can't move it as long as the gun is there.
So a little awkward looking, but
A little
It's safe.
awkward, but I'm trying. Nobody acts. No one acts suspicious. All right, it's gonna be fine.
And in stereotypical fashion, my guards apparently are fucking useless. So that was a 1 and a 2, respectively, on his roll with advantage.
Don't be
Suspicious.
So, in the most suspicious way possible, you've walked through and the guard notices nothing. And you guys make it into the main lobby, essentially, as it were. There are several, like, really nice couches, some plant growth and stuff like that set up with planters. At this point, you see one of the bankers come over to you. And, hi, can we help you?
Absolutely. I need access to safety box 773113. Thank you.
You see him pull up his data pad, types in the numbers. Right this way. I do have to ask, obviously, for the passcode.
Do you think I'm a crazy person to just say that in the lobby of a bank? Let's go into a more private setting, please.
He just turns the slate around and hands it to you and sets the keyboard up.
I'll enter it.
Thank you.
God,
Right
I
this way,
gotta do
sir.
everything myself these days.
Right this way, sir. Is your security accompanying you, or?
Of course.
Very well, sir.
I'll go
And-
everywhere with him.
As you type it in, what comes up on the screen is a picture of you, listed as your first name, but with the last name of the family. So the identity he's given you for this is literally a family member of theirs with your name.
Awesome.
So you're given kind of like VIP treatment for that, in that you're directed directly to the vault, no issues, no security checks, taken right to it. They open the main vault door with the manager and the teller's codes. And once it's open, the security deposit box immediately pops itself loose from the wall, hovers over, and plants itself down onto the table in the center of the room. Room's very nice. 2 very large steel walls, basically with cutouts in them where the safety deposit boxes are set. Looks like there's biometrics on the boxes themselves. as well as security cameras in the room, catching multiple different angles. And generally speaking, it is a proverbial Fort Knox.
Okay, I'm gonna. Hey, Scar, here.
Yep.
Come here. Stand. Are we alone? Is the banker there?
He's right outside the door at the moment.
What's up? What you need?
Just stand right here, and I'm gonna
Okay.
position so that Scar is kind of blocking one of the cameras from the contents of the case.
All right, I'll just stand
Okay.
here.
So,
Do you need me to punch something?
Not yet.
do you open the case?
I attempt to do the biometric. Yeah.
Okay. So, you open the
Scar's gonna
case
do a
up,
little-
and inside of it is a can of spray paint, your favorite brand, with a note that says, "Go ahead, kid, leave your mark."
I love this so much. I say.
Meanwhile, as this is transpiring and you're conversing with security and getting into this room, Warren and Freddie, you guys have made your way to the back entrance, to the maintenance area. There is a guard in the alleyway, up armored and ready to go, as far as he's concerned.
So as we get into the camera angle, I'm like, and I was listening to the audiobook last night, and there's a lot there actually.
Yeah, no, it's a good read. It gives you a lot, honestly. And
Okay.
I'm glad at least Scar's gotten you at least in some way of processing this shit. Like,
As much as I hate the fucker, and
Oh,
I don't
no,
hate
no,
him,
no.
God, that's such a
there's a reason
over-exaggeration.
Lance hired him as a bouncer.
Yeah, no,
So dumb and
that's
dense, you can't actually get violent
And
people into that
I-
building.
As I'm walking towards the guard, I just kind of flash my badge, and I'm like, I'm hoping we can, get.
Hold up. Apologies, I got no maintenance scheduled for today.
Well, I would
Impromptu?
be here if there wasn't.
I mean, you see him like roll his wrist over and look at the pad on his underside of his arm. He scrolls through like the listing. He says, "I've got one delivery from the family itself, and that's it listed for today."
Hold on one second. And I pull up my my deck, and I look like I'm pulling up my list of like things to do. I put in a work order, like right where he's looking, so he looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's right there.
He's like, "What did you talk?" My apologies.
It's okay. It's okay. We've all have it. It's early in the morning.
You know what?
It's-
That's you know what?
Sorry,
I'm sorry I
sorry.
talked to you. No, I'm sorry I talked to you like that.
No.
I have some serious issues I'm working on, man.
It's-
And you
guys-
know what? It's not cool.
everyone, it's
It's-
8 in the morning, boys. We're fine.
He's swiping
Yeah,
his
everybody's-
key card at the door and
Okay,
opening it. Yeah. Again, sorry, fellas.
I read his
You know,
name.
no
I
worries.
read his name tags. Like, Jeff, thank you for your time. Sorry for the my partner. He's a hard worker, but he's not good for the morning. If you catch my drift. So, thank you for
Grab a
your
cup
time.
of coffee. Looks like you had a long night.
Do you know where that is in this building? It's
The break room's down that hall to the left.
beautiful. Thank you, sir.
No
Proceed.
And he shuts the door thinking he's done his job, but,
Mhm.
hasn't been too much of a dick.
I'm gonna go in that room, go to the fridge, just steal someone's yogurt, and just keep eating as we go.
So,
Just eating other people's lunches.
Oh man.
What a fucking dude.
The,
be
we've
that
discovered the real crime here.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
it's labeled and everything with Patrice across it.
Unforgivable.
Oh, it was homemade, too.
Unforgivable.
Now,
Poor Patrice is like, I was looking forward to that all day, and then goes to the break room and it's gone.
Yeah.
Real
Patrice is going to be
fruit
the
in it,
reason that
like-
we can't do our mission. I hope you know that. So I take him to the elevator, and while we're walking there, I start getting into the system, looking
So-
over what I have.
the electrical system that you've accessed with the bug has granted you the ability to minorly affect the system overall. You can shut down power to certain devices and stuff that are on the grid. Beyond that, you do have access to some minor interpersonal, like emailing systems from the computer itself. But it doesn't seem to have access to anything security related or like major informational sets for like clients
Mhm.
at the moment. So, but it is pinging its location on the first floor or first sub basement.
Got it. So we head into the sub basements with the elevator, and I look at him and I go, "Okay, so odds are you probably won't be able to follow me through all of these.
Like physically, I can't like walk. I can't. Is
Like physically, yes, because I have this, and I point to my hand. I can basically make myself anybody I want, as far as biometrics are concerned.
so? Do you want me to just go hang out in the break room until you're done, or?
No, I want you to keep an eye out and keep me posted.
Okay. Okay.
I slapped the yogurt out of his hand. Get that out of here. We're working.
That was entirely uncalled for.
So was stealing someone's yogurt.
It's part of the visage. Calm and relaxed brings no curiosities from those that are wandering.
So, at this point, the elevator comes to a stop at the sub basement of 3. The doors open up, and before you see a bulletproof glass box with a security guard standing in it. Sees a few security doors with biometric scanners on them.
Mm-hmm.
And several cameras registering each hallway directional.
Got it. I approach the like glass around the area.
Mm-hmm.
And I look like I'm inspecting it. And I am, but for fingerprints.
The guard inside kind of looks at you as you're like looking over the glass and stuff like that. You see him hit a button inside and goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes, sir. I'm wondering where the break room is.
Break room's on the first floor.
No, I've been to that one. I'm trying to remember where I left my lunch here a few weeks ago. What was your name, by the way, sir? Does he have a name tag?
No, he doesn't.
I don't think you're gonna want it after a few weeks.
Yeah.
It's potatoes. It was fine.
Sir,
The bag
bank
was
policy has a 3-day throw out. So if you left it in the fridge and it's been more than 3 days, it's probably been thrown out.
Well, the food would be bad, of course, but like that was. Oh God, my wife's gonna kill me. She gifted me that bag for my birthday, and unfortunately work has not brought me back here in a week. So okay. Well, that's very
He hits the
unfortunate.
button and goes, "Well, sir, maybe you should take better care of your stuff. Sounds like your wife's a nice woman who got you something pleasant as a present, and you just kind of left it to get fucked." Let's go to the button
I
with
just
us
look at him like,
You're sounding a lot like her right now, sir.
He looks over back at you, looks looking at the glass again. He goes, what are you doing?
inspection. And have
You
I
were
collected
inspected this past week.
and have I collected any fingerprints?
Let's give it a check. You were able to find a few partials, but nothing complete.
Okay. And I look at her and I go, "Listen, I don't decide when inspections should occur. Man, I'm just doing my job."
I start trying to imitate what he's doing on the other side of the elevator. It's like, yeah, we're just working here. Like,
Give me.
I need to inspect the rest of the checkpoints too.
I will say, give me a deception check with advantage since Aaron has aided you in this farce.
I was trying to distract him with that conversation about the lunchbox.
That's a fucking 18.
That's on the ground.
So, with that, I would say, like, you guys are able to pull up deception. He's like, look, I get it. He looks through the system and goes, apparently there is some kind of maintenance scheduled for today. Wasn't there this morning, but it is what it is, I guess. If you have clearance, you should be able to buzz yourself through. Maintenance guys usually have, like, override access of some sort or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Just give me a second. I'm still doing my check on this post. Don't rush me.
He kind of looks at you, like, I'm assuming your hand, like, you're using it to scan.
Yeah.
So as you're doing that stuff, he kind of thinks through a minute. He goes, Wait, should I not be in here while you're doing this? Like, this
You're
isn't like an X-ray or something, right?
Actually, yeah, you really shouldn't. Oh,
Actually,
shit.
now you have cancer.
You might actually want to go to the doctor. Did they not tell you?
No, they tell me that. Like, he immediately like starts wiping his badge, getting out of the booth. Like,
Oh, I'm
the
sorry,
door.
dude. Don't walk near anyone. Go out the back way. You don't want anyone else. And when he's out of the range, fuck him.
he like gets in the elevator. And he's like looking at the buttons for a second, like trying to figure out how to do this. And he kind of pulls out his baton, extends it, and then hits the button for like the ground floor. I will say, if you want to, either one of you want to try to make a sleight of hand check or something to like lift his key card, you may attempt so.
Yes.
Absolutely.
13.
16.
Okay, so you lift the key card, Warren,
They both
As
go
he
for
walks
it and start
past
holding
you?
hands.
replacing it with basically a frozen yogurt bars membership card, and then immediately afterwards, Freddie, you lift what you thought was the card, and then as you palm it and try to look at it afterwards, as the guys start to leave, you see a frozen yogurt card.
Sure.
It's good yogurt.
I haven't
I
tried it
call
yet. I haven't tried
And
it
I
yet.
just
But
go
I mean,
through the door.
like, I'll try them out later, I guess. You know, maybe I'll get a free one.
So it's at this point that roughly you guys in the vault at the moment would be opening up the box, seeing the spray paint, and the note. Go ahead and leave your mark, kid. But it's also at this point that the light on the watch that he gave you switches from red to green, and then
What does that mean?
in your internal display, you start seeing credit lines showing up and transferring into your neural net. Multiple accounts all across the safety deposit boxes are starting to be transferred wirelessly.
That's not what we
You-
know.
You love to see it. Scar,
I'm sorry, what?
Scar, we're gonna need to make a little bit more space. If you could just stand in the doorway, please.
Yep, you got it. Is everything
Thank you.
okay?
Absolutely.
Are you sure? You seem very happy.
I am
Good. I'm glad to see you
ecstatic.
smile.
And I'm gonna point at the green light.
What? I don't know what that means, but I'm happy that you're
Neither
happy.
do I.
So a couple
Does it
minutes
mean
go
it's
by,
gonna go off?
and
Cut off your hand right now, and it wouldn't be a problem.
Scar, you get a message that comes through to your phone.
Oh, what's on my phone? What does
Hold
it
up.
say?
Push the red button on the side of the gun.
All right. Shoot.
So you pull it out and you hit the red button. There's a sizzling cracking sound as an EMP pulse detonates from the weaponry.
A what?
EMP.
Oh,
Oh, no.
okay.
So your two mechanical arms go limp.
Oh.
Your stabilizers retract into their standby state. And the security cameras drop loose.
Okay. I'm gonna take the can of spray paint and start spraying the cameras.
All right. So you've sprayed the cameras and everything else like that. It's at this point I do have to ask. As a parkour runner in the city and stuff like that, each of you have your own markings. Usually in the form of a sticker that's placed on whatever package you're delivering or hard drive or whatever the case may be. What is the sticker that is Jack's?
So it's a big like anarchy, like A, and then it just says "Eat the Rich" underneath.
Okay. So it's at this point you start putting that on the safety deposit walls on each side.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You get a message that pops up in your display as you're finishing up the last bit of the iconography on the walls. It says, "Time to go, kid. Get Scar and get out."
All right, Scar, let's go. And then
Are we done already?
we're done already. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
So as you guys exit the vault and everything like that, the security guy and the bank manager are talking. We don't know what's going on. Some of the systems seem to be fried out. Something went off, I guess. I don't know. He looks up, sees you guys leaving, and goes, we'll make sure your security deposit box is returned to its proper place, sir. You have a wonderful day. Hope there's no further issues.
Thumbs up. I'm just gonna toss the rattle can in a trash can.
Uh-huh. Kind of catches him off guard for a second, but he's too busy to investigate that further at the moment.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
As Scar and you make your way outside, there is the same car that drove off earlier, parked out front with a guy in front of it. It looks exactly like Sisco, Blake, Lance, whatever the case may be, with the driver.
Hi, how's it going?
Really great, kids. Go ahead and hop in. Let's get out of here.
I'm 37.
Who are you?
I'm 197. Let's go.
But what about
Our friends? We got a group that's still inside.
We have another name for that. It's called the Fall Guys. Let's go.
is the did the thing like fall off or is it beeping or is it green still or is
It's
it
still
dead
green
from
at the
the
moment.
EMP?
It's still green at the moment.
I don't know. One of them is really trying to improve himself.
Well, that's a crying shame. Let's go. He's like just standing in front of the scene of a crime. Let's go, guys. Go.
I'm gonna be hesitant. Like I'm obviously hesitating, like on what the right call is.
I think the right call is that we go call our friends. I'm going to. Is my phone still working, or is it
Not at
destroyed?
the moment.
Oh,
So
I'm just gonna shout at them.
shouting at the bank.
Yeah.
Get out!
Sisco Warren and Frank Ferdinand
Guys, come on!
for Fernando.
So he's like, okay, look, Scar, you do what you do, okay? Have fun. Great, awesome.
All right,
Jax, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'll have fun. Bye.
You have the money.
Scar, if you grab him and we go rescue our friends, he's not going to blow up the bomb and endanger his own life. Grab him.
Grab him.
Let's go. We're gonna like I'm gonna start leading him toward the back where I watch them run around the back of the bank.
I got him. You're really.
So, cut back over to downstairs crew at the moment. You guys are in there having your little discussion at this moment in front of the security booth that's now empty. Security guard is left. You have the key card to swipe. What exactly are you guys doing?
I'm gonna swipe it through, and I'm gonna like, all right, so we can get through as many of these as we can. The second that we do, we'll contact Jack, and then we'll tell him to start pulling out the money.
Easy enough. I'll get him on. I'll get the call prepared to make. Yeah, let's go. Lead on.
So, and I start scampering about to get the rest of the checkpoints done.
All right, so you guys start booking through it, and you get to, I'd say probably through the first two. Before there's a weird flickering of the lights. And from your bug upstairs, it goes offline.
Warren?
My bug goes offline, or I just lost connection to the whole system.
Doesn't sound like that was part of the plan.
No, that was something fucking with the electrical. I don't have an answer for that.
I look at my phone. Is my phone just off?
Well, no, you guys are deep enough that it wouldn't matter.
Okay. Like, well, like, can we keep going? Like, is the key card still working?
We fucking can't stop now. And I get us to the next checkpoint.
All right.
Get Jack on the Jack's on the phone.
Calling.
Caller you are trying to reach is not available at this time. Please call back later.
He's not available. Like, whatever that electrical thing.
What the fuck do you mean he's not available?
I mean, the bitch is telling me that the phone line is unavailable. Either he changed plans, or that electrical thing just fried his phone, or whatever.
Fuck. I try and net into the intercom system.
Okay. Well, you've lost your wireless. You'd have to hardline, so you need to get to that maintenance room.
Yeah, that's where I was going anyway.
Yeah. So you're booking in, and you get past the passive immediately. And this is basically a hacker godsend. You are in the maintenance room at this point in time, but it has literally a centralized maintenance server backup that connects to every system.
This is so fucking stupid. Why would they build it this way?
I mean, to be
That
fair,
was
you
your
did
buddy,
go through
dude.
3 biometric scanners, a passive scanner, and all that security.
And I
Death
hack,
Star level exploitation here.
Yeah.
I start hacking into it. And I'm like, they could have done several separate subservers. 18.
All right. So you get into the system, and the second you do, EMP warning, EMP warning, EMP warning, EMP
What
warning.
the fuck?
It is
What's
rattling
going on?
off warnings from dozens of systems on the sub-basement 1, main floor, vault floor, and or upper level 2.
There was a huge EMP on the first floor. It looks like centralized, and it kind of cascaded around. Ah, fuck that.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means exactly. There's way too many things that could come from that. Hold on, and I intercom. I get into the intercom system.
As you start pushing out of the main just login access from where you got in, into the other subsystems, it starts to. You see, like, gateways and pass through the system that you could take are starting to close. And you catch a bit of a security call going out. Not to the police station, to a private number.
I grabbed that.
Okay, go ahead and give me a contested draw.
Okie doke.
7 of spades.
10 of hearts, bitch.
Alright, so you have that on top of accident. You have countered the hack, essentially, that's going in from external sources. It looks like someone who has figured out a way to tunnel into the system and is setting off alarms left, right, and center. They're continually spamming out the emergency contact line, which is, in event of an emergency, alarm goes off, something like that, a number is called. It is not the police station, it is not the cops, it is not anything like that. It is calling a private number. So as you're got high enough that I would say, as you're like blocking this list, you do a backtrace on the search of the phone number, and it leads to an LLC, to a shell company, to back to the Mercutio family, or whatever it is I called it originally, back to that family. This is effectively their QRF.
Fuck!
And it still keeps trying to reach out unsuccessfully.
They're gonna know we're here in about 5 minutes.
Can we get everything that we need done in the next 5 minutes, or do we need to get the fuck out of here?
If we can get to Jax, fuck!
I'm gonna redial. I've been redialing his phone number. Am I still getting just like nothing?
Still dead signal.
It's like, well, it's still not working. So
You know what?
What do you think?
This. I pull out like one of my blank credit shits, and I'm like, we're just gonna take everything we fucking can, and I plug it in there. Just hold down the deposit button.
Deposit, yeah.
Okay, so give me another draw. Let's see.
Okie doke.
we're robbing the
Six of
whole
hearts.
bank.
A whole fucking bank.
I don't know what else to do. All right, I'm ready.
All right, I got a 6 of hearts on mine.
Steal everything. When
Yo!
Oh shit!
Ace, ace on the
Is that
draw.
Well
really
done.
high one?
It's high. It's
Okay.
highest. It's
In
highest
the
card.
process of the hack, you start to
Natural
figure out
20 in deck form. Got it.
Yes.
pretty much that and the Joker.
Got it.
So you start hacking away at the system, and you get this brilliant idea. You start backtracing the hacker himself, and start using his sign, like his signature, in electronic format, on everything you're doing. As you start taking all of the funding and dumping it onto this one cred shit.
And now I have a huge ego complex.
Great.
Yeah.
He's like, I
fucking
need to
idiots."
make room. Dump the audiobook for the self-help thing.
On this one credit check,
No, so much
You-
progress.
you deposit 97 billion credits as you empty every account in this bank.
I'm watching him become more manic at his computer. Like, what's going on, Warren?
I put it in my pocket. And I'm like, we are now going to be really rich, buddy. We just need to get out of here and then find the others because you know what they deserve something. And
I look at my phone and I got the text from my taxi driver. Like he's basically like by the bank. He's within a block.
And
It's like, my guy's here. We can go.
I start running, and I'm like, let's go.
You guys start processing your way back out. Cut away to the outside crew at the moment, who's currently has
A kidnapping.
Sisco, Lance, Blake, whatever you want to call him, currently wrapped up in forearms,
Yep.
looking like a swaddled baby by a giant orc. Being toted down an alleyway towards a security guard who looks very confused as you guys are approaching.
She can walk. Don't worry about it.
He kind of like tucks his rifle up a little bit more, puts his hand, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Not for you, not for you. And then I'm gonna
You
go to
see-
the guy. I'm gonna say, take it off. Take it off. The wristband. Take it off.
The guy just looks at you and goes, "Jax, I like you. I wouldn't strap a bomb to you."
BS.
What?
It was a wireless receiver. The second you got in range of the security deposit vaults of the cred chips, it drained them.
I significantly misunderstood the scenario. I say.
He's like, "Jack, you've been working with me for years, running numbers for me. Like, why would I kill you? You're actually good at this."
But look, nobody needs to get hurt in this situation. I apologize.
You two do your job all the time perfectly without issue. That dude tried to steal my name, and the other one's a fuck up who's stepping on toes.
The door slings open.
Woo! We're out.
The guard just gets.
Don't know what's
fucking-
going on.
All right, so give me a strength check for whoever's going through that back door first.
Me.
All right.
That is a 9.
9. Okay, so unaware. Let's see. Nope. Unaware that you're coming through that door, and he's kind of got his back to it, and he's like, sees this very large person being holding another person and another kid coming this way or whatever the case may be. And he's just like, "The fuck it's a ping!" Oh, or and down he goes. As he's just been clocked in the back of the head with a steel door.
Woo! We're out, boys. Let's go. My ride's here.
I'm finishing the. I've severely misunderstood the situation. Pang! Like,
I look at the two of them and I'm like, car, river, no time.
Let's go. I'm running with the guy.
Blake, what are you doing?
I'm
they
running.
see this. We have the guy.
I finally look over
Yeah,
behind and
anyway.
I see Scar holding. Blake, what are you doing here?
I'm
running. Checking in.
Look, choices were made.
We got it. I heard the word. I heard it. We got billions. I heard. So we're great. I think.
I'm on the other side of
Billions.
Scar.
I'm gonna check my credit side.
I'm on the other side of Scar, and I look at him and I go, "Look at me. I'm the Sisco now."
All right.
Big part of the plan, kid.
What just happened?
And I go, "I made every one of us shut up in car," and I jump in the car.
We're gonna load him into the car.
Okay, so you guys went from leaving in an armored town car with like Black Ops level fucking security and shit to escaping in a yellow taxi
With the guy.
with the boss of the operation.
Jump in.
Great.
Rio, thanks for showing up.
So you're all quite uncomfortably just smashed into the back of this
Back
yellow
of it.
cab.
No, I'm in the front
seat.
seat with Rio. I was like, oh god, it's been a great day, Rio. Thanks for showing up.
I look to other Sisco, to fake Sisco.
Yep.
And I go, "This is just for the job," and I give him $1 billion.
He sees the transfer go through, and he's like, "All right."
And this is so you never fucking talk to me again. I give him $5 billion.
Like, okay.
And this is because it's been nice knowing you. $1 billion.
He's like, all right.
And the rest of it I evenly distribute for everybody else.
I'm gonna check my storage.
Nice.
Okay. So what your storage took
Oh my
wasn't
god!
credits at all.
What?
It is literally every dirty secret, every blackmail piece of information that the entire family has on anyone and everyone in power.
It's just dirty information.
It's all the dirty
photos.
laundry
Oh.
that they had stockpiled.
I say we hang it.
I'm gonna create a copy of it. I'm like for the job, and then I'm gonna transfer the information that was for the job to him. But I'm gonna keep a copy of it.
He's like, all right, appreciate it. There's one last part of this. We're going to have some plus ones. I'm not sure how the boss is going to take that, but we'll see how it goes. He looks at the cab driver. You're going to want to head towards the dock.
Oh wait, he wasn't the guy that we were turning it into
No, you were supposed to meet with me at a location.
to turn it in.
Yeah.
Okay, so we effectively did that. Just the location wasn't of your desirable choice.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm free and clear with all of you at this point, short of 100K to each of you, which is more than easily done now. However, the person hiring you was not me.
Who the fuck hired it?
I don't care.
I don't care.
You know what? Yeah, I don't care either.
He not one you want to mess with.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Fredrico's over there like, I've Kaiser Soze the entire thing.
Handled.
He has enough money to
So,
just
at this
hire
point,
an army.
the cab goes into emergency lockdown,
Rio.
meaning you guys are separated from the front of the cab, and the doors and windows are locked and armored. He looks over at you, Freddy, and he's like, the fuck you get me into? As you realize, the car's driving still. But no, he's not the one driving it.
Wait, you bought this from the local city government, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm so
I
disappointed.
told you I was legit.
Yeah, legit, but you import your shit so the government can't lock. Fuck. All right.
I'm not a criminal. I don't know these things. I just drive people from the airport.
It's not a criminality thing, Rio. It's practicality. Last thing you need to know is you're too good at your job. You know that? That's your problem.
We found the
I'm a
only
fine,
honest
upstanding fucking
cabbie.
citizen.
The only honest cabbie in the entire fucking world.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
So
We're in the back.
Oh, never mind.
Dent in the metal wall
After-
as you try to punch.
yeah, just
I'll do
painting
that.
between the two. So it's at this point in time, you guys get to the docks, and I have to ask Aaron, what's little Tony's response when the car doors open and dumps everybody else out on the dock in front of him?
Your work is always stupendous. Fantastico.
No. And that's where we end it.
Grilled cheese and side of justice.
Don't watch
Figure it out.
Mentioning it, I'll watch it. I haven't had time.
We're not even lecturing you, Lillian. We're lecturing the audience. Watch season 1. Watch Grilled Cheese with a Side of Justice. It will add
All right.
all of the seasoning to this. Thank you. Good night.